on today's spooktacular spot, we're going to be having a look at Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, the Elvira action figure from Amok Time. This came to us recently. This was a recent release. The Monstars for ages 18 and up. Gee, I don't know why. Why would they want that for 18 and up? Can't put my finger on it. There was a variant. Packaging-wise, there's really not much. There's a bit of a webbing behind Elvira there. Elvira. On the side, there's a picture of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, deluxe action figure. And then on the back, we zoom in. Also available from Amok Time, there is the variant of her winking. Now, a matter of preference, really. You could go either or. I really wanted the non-blinking Elvira, which is this one right here. But it comes to us from Amok Time. You can go to www.amoktime.com. Amok Time. Monstars. It says Elvira and Mistress of the Dark are trademarks of Queen Bee Productions. 2010 Queen Bee Productions, all rights reserved. The Elvira. Not really much to say. There is really no read-up whatsoever. I'm surprised actually that they didn't put a read-up, but I guess the figure speaks for itself. So much so I probably don't even have to shoot this review. I will anyways. But that's packaging on the Elvira. What we're going to do is we're going to get this opened up and we are going to have a better look at the figure. So there's more terrifying stuff to come, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll first have a look at the base that comes with Elvira. Zoom in there. She's got the base is a really nicely painted kind of cobblestone, kind of old castle stone type flooring. And there's a skull there as well. There's not really a lot. It's a very basic stand, but I mean it works. It perfectly works for the figure. You don't really need a big complicated stand. If anything, it would have been nice just if they had a little plaque or something there that just said Elvira. But I mean, you know, for what it is, I mean, the display stand is still perfectly fine. Nice coloring, nice paint. Can't go wrong. Really nice stand. And let's put that aside. I'm sure nobody is watching this review for the sake of this stand. Let's put that down for a second. Let's have a look at Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Let's perhaps zoom in first to her face. And I have to say, it's a very good likeness of Elvira. They've got the makeup down, trademark, I guess, eyeshadow and stuff that she's done to her eyes, the little mole that they've put by her eye there as well. Really nice. Nice detail work as well on the hair, which is also one of the, probably I wouldn't say the trademark thing of Elvira. Usually with Elvira, most people tend to think of one thing, but the other thing that she is known for is this beehive hair style. And I think the figure really captures the idea of that hair. Really, really long. It's this nice rubber plastic that's not going to hinder too much the articulation of the head, which we'll get into in a second. Following the hair down, she's got a really nice sculpt on the on the lower portion of her dress. A lot of the creases and the folds of the actual dress as well, cascading down to the where the dress has reached the floor. And then underneath, I mean, there's nothing really to speak of underneath, just where the peg holes of where the stand would go. This is a rubber, but the dress is really nice. Definitely really, really nice. Even to the fact of the sleeves. If we zoom into the sleeves, really even zoom into the hand, the hands are really nicely sculpted. The fingernails are nicely painted in there. She's got her bracelet there going on as well. And I like that she's really got this nice shredded, I don't know how you want to call it, the tatteredness of the dress on the side there. I think it really looks awesome. Really looks awesome. I mean, there's a couple of things you think of when you think of Halloween and you think of horror. I tend to generally think, I mean, Elvira is certainly right up there. Everybody, I think, in their 30s knows Elvira. And she's got herself the slit in the dress, something else that Elvira is known for. You got to give her credit. She certainly was a daring actress to to have such a revealing dress. I mean, certainly the creased leg, the crease in the dress showing off the leg. Also, other things that Elvira has been known for. Really well sculpted also. I mean, you can even see that she's got the rings going on there as well in her fingers. Going on right there. Great, solid work. She's also got her dagger. Spot's trying everything in his power not to point out the obvious. She's got herself a really neat dagger going on there as well. But just a really neat figure. It's not for everybody, but you know, if you grew up and you're maybe in your 30s, late 20s, early 30s, maybe even probably in your 40s as well, you know, Elvira was kind of the queen of B horror movies, or of the B horror movie late night shows. I mean, I didn't watch Elvira growing up. I want to make sure I keep saying Elvira because my ex-wife's middle name was Elvira, so I have to keep making sure I say Elvira, not Elvira. But I didn't grow up watching Elvira. It was something I picked up later on as I got older. But to me, she really personifies the idea of horror, of the horror movie kind of campiness that is enjoyable. I mean, you don't always necessarily have to have a very spooky kind of Halloween. You can kind of have, you know, you can enjoy the camp movies as well. Now, of her articulation, Elvira has a ball-jointed head. You can only really rotate the head left and right. You can't move it up and down, but that's all right. Her waist rotates as well on a swivel. Now I've got her arms out. Her arms do rotate all the way around. Her upper arm as well rotates on both arms as well, and also her wrists rotate. Now there are several poses you can do. The more obvious pose probably would be, you know, her hands on her waist, or you know, something like that. You know, she could have one hand out, one arm out, kind of thing. But I mean, it's just a really solid figure. I mean, yes, there is a certain level of silliness, and you know, I'm sure some feminists probably don't like Elvira for probably what she represents, but for as a spokesperson for B horror movies, Elvira really is up there. I mean, she's up there. You certainly have her as a kind of a mascot for Halloween. You know, the Crypt Keeper. You know, it just really some of the older stuff like that. You just can't go wrong, and it'd be neat to kind of meet her one day. I don't know, but probably won't happen. If I could give Elvira here any sort of terrifying rating, a solid sculpt, pretty decent articulation, and an overall decent display base, which I'll put her on right now. If I could give Elvira a rating, I'm going to give Elvira here, and give her an 8.5. Can't go wrong. If you're into B horror movies, and you're definitely into Elvira, you got to get yourselves this figure. A great figure, a nice little display piece to put out on Halloween, or really all year round if you want. Today's Spooky Spot, we were having a look at the Elvira Mistress of the Dark action figure. Not really a lot of action, but a pretty nicely sculpted figure. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. Stay tuned for more Spooky Spots to come, and I will see you guys next time. Woo!